Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome.
Good morning.
Member of the MAC, Secretariat, and PWG, and of course, the visitors, contractors. Is there any visitor?
Wala to.
Observer, wala. Observer from online. Is there any?
Wala pa, sir.
So, nothing. So, anyway, as scheduled, we are going to conduct a pre-bid conference on project 24 TM 0089, construction of Iligan City, DEO building, Iligan City, Lanao del Norte. Before we start with this pre-bid conference, I would like to ask Ma'am Kia to lead us in prayer, please.
Holy Father, we gather today to ask for His opportunity to be present and helping. Need to be good towards you. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Okay, once again, welcome. May I ask also Ma'am Pogoy, Engineer Pogoy, to determine if there is quorum, the attendance, please.
Sir, for the attendance of the BOC members, please say present if you are acknowledged. Mark Anthony Badillas, BOC Chairman.
Present, Ma'am.
Onumudin Sata, BOC Vice Chairman.
Present.
Celso C. Layos, BOC Regular Member.
Present, Ma'am.
I will give the floor to Mr. Chair for the.
Of course, since we are majority, 3 of us present out of 5, so we are in quorum. So I declare that this opening is in quorum. Thank you. Please proceed.
So for to continue, for the attendance of BOC TWG and BOC Secretariat, Muhammad Hussein Manan, BOC TWG member. Kaya Natasha Makalam, BOC TWG member. Joseph Valyar, BOC TWG member. Dennis Sia, BOC TWG member. Mayan Hugo, yours truly, BOC Secretariat member. Hello, Victorina Antipuesto, BOC Secretariat member, and Flor D. Garcia, BOC Secretariat member.
Present.
And for the observer, that has attended this briefing conference online na,
Wala.
as well as in our online.
I'm sorry.
That's all for the attendance, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Engineer Pogoy. Is there any minutes? No? No minutes. This is a private conference. Okay. So, may I welcome Engineer Makaan to please read the eligibility requirement of the project. Please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning,
you.
everyone.
Good morning.
With regards to the eligibility requirements of the said project, for Class A documents, we require legal documents such as a registration certificate from SEC, DTI for sole proprietorship, or CDA for cooperatives. We also require valid and current mayor's or business permit from place of business, tax clearance per EO 398 series of 2005, as reviewed and approved by the BIR. As for technical documents, we require statements of all ongoing and similar completed government and private contracts, valid PCAB license registration for the type and cost of the contract to bid, construction safety and health program, statement of single largest completed contract or SLCC, adjusted to the current price using the PSA current price index. It should have a contract amount equivalent of at least 50% of the ABC, and the contract shall be considered similar to the contract to bid if it has the same major categories of work. For more information, please refer to DEO 117 series of 2017. For financial documents, we require audited financial statements, tax returns filed and taxes paid through the BIR filing and payment system, computation of NFCC of at least equal to the ABC. And as for Class B documents, in case of a joint venture, we require a special pickup license and valid joint venture agreement. Each partner of the joint venture shall submit their respective PhilJEP certificates of registration in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR of RA 9184. With regards to the submission and receipt of bids, the contents of the first envelope or the technical proposal should include the following: PhilJEP certificate and platinum membership, pickup license registration or special pickup license if joint venture, statements of all ongoing or completed government and private contracts, statement of SLCC, NFCC computation, construction safety and health program, joint venture agreement if applicable, bid security in the prescribed form, amount and validity period, and project requirements such as organizational chart for the contract to bid, list of contractors' personnel, list of contractors' major construction and laboratory equipment with attached certificates of availability, and of course, the latest omnibus sworn statement, which contains 10 items. As for the bid security, it should have a validity and securing validity period of 120 calendar days from the date of submission and opening of bids. As for the bid securing declaration, in the case of a cash or cashier's or manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, it should have a minimum amount of 2% of the ABC. In the case of bank draft or guarantee or a revocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank, it should have a minimum amount of 2% of the ABC. And if it is a surety bond callable on demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security, should have a minimum amount of 5% of the ABC. The contents of the second envelope is the financial proposal. This includes a financial bid form which must be in accordance with the prescribed form, duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities, cash flow by the quarter and payment schedule, duly signed detailed estimates including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. During bid evaluation, the financial components of the bids of each pass shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The BAC shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of bid prices. Completeness. No price in the required item shall be considered non-compliant, indicating a 0 or a dash if it is free to the government. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including, where applicable, the bill of quantities, shall be considered non-responsive. As for arithmetical corrections, if there is a difference between bid prices in figures versus words, the words prevail. And if there is a difference between the total price versus the actual sum of component items, the actual sum prevails. And if there is a difference in the unit cost and detailed estimate versus the unit cost in the bill of quantities, the bill of quantities prevails. Of course, if after bid evaluation, the total calculated bid is found out to be above the ABC, it shall be considered non-compliant. For post-qualification, we will verify the legal requirements. This includes licenses, certificates, permits, and non-inclusion in the blacklist. This also includes the verification of technical requirements, such as key personnel with minimum work requirements satisfied, availability and commitment of major construction equipment, availability of minimum material testing equipment as per DEO 11 of 2017, and also to be verified is the performance in ongoing government and private contracts. If the BEC verifies any of these deficiencies to be due to the contractor's fault or negligence, the agency shall disqualify the contractor from the award. These deficiencies include the negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project, or a negative slippage of at least 10% in each of 2 or more contracts, failure of the contractor to commence repair work and complete ongoing contracts in the prescribed date after the receipt of notice of defects and deficiencies, and failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance in the prescribed date after the receipt of notice of defects and failures, substandard quality of works, or unsatisfactory performance per contract term and conditions at the time of inspection. For more info, please refer to DO 127 series of 2018. Notes on the personnel and equipment requirements of the projects. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the same time of bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that 1, the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded a contract, and 2, he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not an employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded a contract under bidding. These certifications shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. For more info, please refer to DO 9 series of 2012. But also to be verified during post-qualification is the set equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder should specify in the submitted bid the location of the equipment where they can be inspected. If any equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post-disqualified. Contract award. The contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid, or LCRB, as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. The successful bidder shall be notified through the issuance of notice of award within the bid validity period and must be confirmed by the successful bidder in writing within 2 days upon receipt thereof. Common errors in the submission of bids. This includes incomplete pages of bidding documents, both in the technical and financial proposal. Authority of the signatory to sign on behalf of the bidder. In the case of a sole proprietorship, the owner or proprietor only. In the case of a corporation or cooperative, there should be a board secretary certificate and board resolution. In the case of a joint venture, there should be a joint venture resolution or agreement. And in the case of a partnership, it should be as indicated in the articles of partnership. Reminders. The deadline of submission of bids shall be on November 26, 2024 at 10 a.m. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Also, in addition, please submit a letter of intent for the request for order of payment. This shall serve as proof of the request. It is also recommended that you bring a CRC or a contractor's registration certificate, as this will expedite the processing of your order of payment. Please use the latest version of the Philippine bidding documents, or the 6th edition. This includes a new bid form, omnibus sworn statement with 10 items, and bid securing declaration. The number of copies of the bid proposal is 1 original copy and 2 certified true copy of its bid using A4 size bond paper and are sidebound. If the deadline falls on a non-working day, legal holiday, or a special non-working holiday, the deadline shall be the next working day unless otherwise stated in the bid bulletin, if any. The place of submission of bids shall be here in DPWH Iligan City District Engineering Office. The contractors must observe in the bidding documents the following: pagination, side tabbing, and labeled according to checklist, table of contents that will harmonize the pagination and side tabbing, and compliance with the attached checklist. As for the accreditation of contractors project engineer, please read on DO number 148 series of 2024 guidelines on the accreditation and assignment of contractors and consultants project engineer. The district now requires for the technical envelope, the proof of accreditation of contractor's project engineer or rating of the contractor's provisional project engineer. As for the special power of attorney, it should only contain one project per one location, one date, and one time. Any postponement and or change in the schedule will make it void. So please check your special power of attorney if any. As for site inspection, all prospective bidders are required to have geotag photos from site inspection requested together with the planning and design personnel. And that would be all for the eligibility requirements.
Thank you, Engineer Makaan. Now we will hear the project requirement and specifications by Engineer Kali. Question lang, excuse me, ang sa PWD na-checkin niya kung ano, ang accreditation sa PE. Nakalagay. Good. Nagod. DEO Department Order. Please proceed, Engineer Kari.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So let us now proceed to the details of the project. Contract ID 24KM0089, the construction of Iligan City DEO building, Iligan City, Lanao del Norte. Contract location, Barangay del Carmen, Iligan City. So the location of the project is within the compound of the DPWH at UA building. So here is the perspective of the project. So, kani siya ang sa court, dapit kani siya tong bago na tong bago na ginakuha.
New building.
So, kani siya ang new building.
So it will face there. So may gate.
Yes, sir. So next. Where is I view? So, kani siya ang highway. Pasulod din mo ni ang gate.
2, 3, 4.
So, magyan po siya sakyan na sa iyang ground floor. Tapos na siya parking
So,
space.
listening po stars, no? Ha? Wala. Third floor, no? Photo?
Fifth.
Ha?
Fifth.
Fifth floor,
5.
3, 4, 5.
Last
Days.
floor. Slide.
More than a
Total picture. So, ang kato nga building, ito rin mismo sa QA nga building. Ibota. Oo.
So, demolish na.
Yes, sir. Demolished. Another JATAG picture. So for the project description, we have 334 calendar days, a provision of field office for the engineer rental basis, and the construction of 5-story building with board pile foundation. The scope of works, we have For the scope of works, we have the provision of field office for the engineer rental basis, permits and clearances, project billboard or signboard, occupational safety and health program, mobilization or demobilization, geotechnical investigation, removal of structures and obstruction, unsuitable excavation, embankment from barrow, structural concrete, lean concrete, reinforcing steel, formworks and falseworks, concrete piles cast in drilled holes, permanent casing, pile integrity testing, and high strain dynamic testing, PDA. For the minimum equipment requirement, we have dump truck, concrete vibrator, bar cutter, bar bender, concrete pack, cutting outfit, backhoe, blade compactor, truck mounted crane with bucket, drilling rig, crawler crane, payloader, generator set, bentonite pin,
Wala mo kung gusto yun po.
bentonite mixer, water pump, water truck or pump, welding machine, Tremy pipe set, SPT and descending machine, portable breaker, air compressor, tower lights, vibro hammer with hydraulic power pack, file integrity testing and accessories, grinding machine accessories, dynamic file testing, drop hammer with accessories, one air compressor with two jackhammer, and material testing equipment and apparatus based on DEO 11. And the approved budget for the contract, 78,400,000 pesos.
Thank you, Engineer Kali. Question lang, ang building permit ano yung biliyok na? Wala pa. Sige kay
Ang may kung sa delivery para di mag-delivery. Sa wala pa mag-start. Kasi kung nakapasok lang.
ang problema ko dyan is the financial. So, kay naka-point yata sa project. O yung sabi ni permit.
Mag-18 siya. Katong ko ay.
P18 siya, di ba?
Clearance.
Clearance. Anyway, that would be, I think that would be all. So, what's the pleasure of the body?
Mr. Chair, I move to adjourn the private conference.
Since it has been moved for adjournment by Engineer Sata and seconded by Engineer Laios, I declare that this private conference adjourned. Thank you very much, guys, for coming here. And thank you. Good morning.